Hi friends, so I am mixing lots of challenges and things in this video today. So this is for challenge accepted, and I am using a scrapbookingstore.com kit. It is the June 2020 kit and the upgrades, and I am on the design team for them, and they did send me these goodies to play with. So they're by Authentique. I am going to be using Authentique Voyage 6 paper, Voyage 10 paper. I'm going to use Authentique Spectrum Ladybug paper, and then Voyage 3 two-sided paper. This cream wood grain I'm going to use for my background. And let me show you the next thing. So for challenge accepted, we are going to work on this sketch right here. And I will have it up here for a bit. So I'm going to try to scrapbook a little bit further off on my screen so you can see that. Oh, and these so far are the die cuts I've picked out from the upgrades that we got in our kit. You can get the main kit and then the upgrades. So I have that. I am going to also use the other two pieces for the upgrades. The upgrades included the die cuts, this set of Sticko stickers, and they are stars, red, white, and like holographic silvery stars, as well as this great thicker called Celebrating Freedom, and they are a red glitter with a really great blue on the side, and I'm not seeing glitter fallout, so they are awesome. So I have my title prepped, and then these are the two photos I'm going to use of my daughter Ryan eating a Tweety ice cream in the back of our truck. And then finally, I'm going to use term number 1 from Scrap Academy, which is a Facebook group. It's term number 1 has tools and equipment, tool must have, and personal favorites. So our homework that we have for it, I'm going to do, let's see, for the degree term, because there's 3 different levels of difficulty. I'm going to use 3 tools creatively in a, oh no, I'm just going to do degree. I'm not doing PhD. Dig out 3 tools that used to be your favorites that you no longer use and use them on your project. So the tools I picked out was my tab punch. I picked out my notebook punch, which I love it. I just haven't used it in a couple months. And this cute little Recollections, I think it's Recollections, yep, star punch. So I'm going to get scrapbooking and take you along with me. So I wanted to show you what I've done so far. You see the sketch in the upper right. So I followed this sketch pretty closely for now. It's going to go way off kilter, but that's what I do. Now, first of all, it's a 2-page sketch. I converted it into a 1-page sketch because the photos I wanted to use, I only had 2 of them. It wasn't any kind of a big event. It's literally my daughter eating a Tweety Bird ice cream in the back of my husband's truck. And this is the first time we had gone out for a treat or ice cream or whatever since all of this quarantine stuff started. And I took this just about a week ago, and it's the beginning of June. So it was not long ago, and we've been pretty much sealed up in our house aside from groceries. Okay, so I'm using these thickers that read My Tweet Girl, and they are from the American Crafts Thickers collection. I told you that in the beginning, and they're super awesome. I mean, the reason why I'm calling them awesome, first of all, they're like a 1/2 inch, so you can kind of get a decent descriptive title in, right? And then I'm not getting any of the red glitter fallout that you would expect. So love that. And then on the sides of them, which I love when they do that with foam, usually, I'll say usually, you can get a totally different color so you can really tell a story nicely. Now, this kit is a very strong, like an Americana kit. You think 4th of July with it, Memorial Day, all that kind of thing. But to start, I'm just doing an ice cream layout. And I think it all works because I have an American Girl sitting here. And we were just off, going for a treat really quickly. Oh, and she's into flannels currently, which the funny thing is, she just started doing this a few weeks ago, and it's summer. I don't understand. So she absconded with her brother's flannel and going on a bit of a car ride, and the ice cream place we went to is my favorite one around us. We just went through the drive-thru. No big deal, nice and easy. So I did show you, I keep bumping my camera, I'm sorry. I did show you that I went ahead and popped up just one of my photos on foam as well. All right, so now I'll fast forward the next bits. I absolutely love this die cut pack. It's by Bo Bunny that we got with this kit. And the reason why is there are things that say 4th of July, there's firecrackers, barbecue things and all that, but there's also some colors in it that aren't just like the red, cream, and blue. There are, like you see here, there's some of the pinks and the greens and the yellows. So you can scrapbook a bunch of topics that aren't necessarily, you know, just based on those holidays. So I thought I would go ahead and use the 3 ice cream cones in this. There's also an ice cream cone that is a journaling spot, but I really didn't need it for this. There's not a big event going on that needed to be scrapbooked or anything like that, or that needed to be talked about or journaled about. All right, so now I want to make sure that I get all of these tools in that were part of Scrap Academy. You see at the top, I already used that notebook edge punch to give my upper border a little bit of interest. I'm popping this little red stars tab piece in for my tab punch, and then I'll go ahead after a bit and punch out some stars that were from that the navy blue and baby blue paper that's at the very top of my page, so that it has a purpose for being on that page. You know how, you know, these layouts just kind of look better if you have some repeating elements or repeating patterns. Now I do want to make sure to repeat once again the colors that are in my ice cream cones. So I am using these, but I mean, I'm going to actually end up using them all. All of those like 1-inch looking stars, I'll end up using them all on this. Now this is where I go really rogue from the sketch, is I end up with a pretty strong diagonal that will be going from the upper right to the lower left. I didn't know that when I started this. It just began to happen. All right, so there you see I'm punching out a couple of the stars from that blue and white paper. I'm sorry, the blue, two-tone blue paper. I'm trying to figure out how to use my words. And I will sprinkle them a bit. I used my dot liner adhesive for that because you can pick up just a little bit of that dot liner and it will cooperate with you with these small little pieces. Now, this is where you see I'm bringing in the rest of those about 1-inch stars in, and they're kind of like 3/4 inch. I don't know. And this is where I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to go on a diagonal here. Now, the stars up at the top have kind of like a whimsical bent to them. They're just kind of, they're being sprinkled. You know, everything else on my page is lined up pretty square. So I do decide to make it kind of fun and do sprinkling throughout. And what you see me using right there, it's kind of hard to see on the camera. Oh, you can see that one. I decided to incorporate the iridescent stars on this blue, red, and iridescent star sheet because I had enough red and blue on here. I wanted to bring in kind of a metallic. Oh, and this is going to be the big newsflash. I don't end up using mist on this layout. I've misted or done splatty bits, whatever you want to call it, on a ton of layouts lately. And I end up sprinkling in enough of the little confetti pieces that I don't end up feeling the need for mist. So that's awesome. So I'm going to keep sprinkling along. What I did is I went and grabbed this box that I have. And it's an iris box, one, you know, like the 12.5 by 12.5. And there's goodies in there that I am trying desperately to use up because, yeah, I'm kind of tired of putting half packages of stuff back in my stash. So right now I'm working upstairs in my craft room. I'm sorry, at my desk, and I'm not in my craft room. And there's 2 reasons why for that. One, it's ice cold in there. My furnace is in there, and when you have the air on, it's like a freezer. You need like full-on sweats to be in there. Like a hoodie and, you know, something warm, at least some like jammy bottoms or whatever, to be in there. And secondly, both my son and husband have been working from home. So it has made it just a little bit trickier to be down there because my dogs insist on coming down there and they're super loud. Okay, super long explanation to tell you why I'm currently upstairs at my, like, we'll call it my work desk. Anywho, that's what's going on with that. And yeah, there I am bumping my tripod again. Now I want to look on this 12 by 12 sticker sheet to see if there's anything I'd like to use. And I did find a couple of stars. I've decided that stars are going to be like this really strong icon on this. Even though I'm not, you know, necessarily doing an Americana layout, I did end up really liking these stars. And I mean, some of them are like a nice saturated pastel, so you can work it just fine. Now this is a navy blue arrow that was on the sticker sheet, and it was an arrow that was inside of another sticker. So you can use the arrow, and then after that, you can go ahead and use the kind of relief of that arrow sticker. So kind of cool. It was clever designing on the part of this this company. So this is where you see me going into my bits and pieces that I'm trying to use up right now. These are Chamel Field Trip enamel shapes, and there was a nice match for these pale pink, and I used all three of them that were on that sheet. And that's bringing in more of the pink that was from the Bow Bunny die cuts. So I think that really is working for this. And then you're also getting that little bit of dimension and shine that my layout's lacking a bit of. You're getting a lot of that in. Oh, and did you see that I used the little the punctuation little circles from our Thickers kit? I used those as some of my little confetti pieces that are coming down on the diagonal, just so that it repeated the red glittery bits that are in my title as well. Okay, and this is where I'm like, all right, I need some little tile stickers. Let me see what I have. So I'm grabbing some from Simple Stories, and they are in blue, so you're going to be able to see them show up ever so nicely on this layout against that red tab punch-outy piece. Phew, I feel like I'm talking super quick. All right, oh, and a lot of you know that I've been asking my subbies to send me links to sketches or scrap lifts you want to do. I'm going to keep asking for you to do that. I got a really great one this past week. It's from a subby, and she also asked it if I could do kind of like a grid and or kind of a masculine page. So I love that suggestion, and I did print it out, and I had like a computer glitch right after I printed it out, so I can't remember the name of the subby that sent it to me. And I was going back through comments, and I just could not find it, but I will be doing that one ever so shortly. I'm excited about it. I love the sketch challenges and scrap lift kind of things. All right, so there's a close-up. I'm going to show you a still shot, and then I'll thank you guys for watching. Oh, links down below for my affiliate link for scrapbookingstore.com, as well as links to where you can go ahead and get your kit. All right, friends, we'll see you later. Bye-bye now.